Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you the 20 best deals in Steam's Couch Co-op Fest sale. This is all about multiplayer games, but there's some that you can also play single player. I'll be going over the best of the best games, the best deals, and some underrated games that are here. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is the Overcooked 2 game. Now, this is the most chaotic couch co-op game of all time. This is about working in a kitchen. So there's a lot of levels to this game. What you do is you're trying to prep food with your friends, and it's chaotic. You may lose friendships over this one, but it's a lot of fun. You see here, you got the characters, you got to pick up certain ingredients, cook them, and it just gets absolutely chaotic. This is what I think of a couch co-op game. This is the first one that comes to mind. This is 75% off, so it'll probably be around $5 American for you and $7 Canadian. This is an incredible deal. So yeah, if you haven't played this and you're looking to lose some friendships or just, have a really good time with something chaotic, this is it for you. Now, we got ourselves one of the best games of all time with Baldur's Gate 3, and this game is absolutely incredible. This is a game that I have like 800 hours in between PlayStation and PC. This is my favorite game that I've ever made, and if you're watching my channel, you probably played Baldur's Gate 3 before, but if you haven't, you got to try this game. It's $63 Canadian, around probably 50 so American. It is an fantastic game based in Dungeons and Dragons. You don't have to know anything D&D to play this game. It's a great role-playing game. You get to create your own character. You go through a story with some fantastic characters. It's got the best story that I've ever seen in a video game, and the choices are limitless. You got 48 different subclasses to choose from. You can fight fearsome enemies. There's mods now built into the game. There is so much good stuff to say about Baldur's Gate 3, and if you're looking to play, this is definitely the best couch co-op game in this sale. It is seriously that good. It's turn-based combat, but hey, I don't personally love couch or turn-based co-op, and the couch, this is just best combat I've ever seen turn-based. And it's also couch co-op, so you can play this with your friends, and the sky's the limit with this game. You can do anything in it. I would talk about this video for hours, so we're just going to move on to the next one. We got ourselves Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and I accidentally closed through another one there, but Black Ops 3 is good for the Zombie Chronicles. I don't really like the Call of Duty games that much. I used to play them when I was younger, but the Zombie Chronicles is great because it has a bunch of different zombies maps, and I think that Call of Duty Zombies is the best thing that they got going on. If you played Zombies before, this is one of the best ones because it has a lot of the old maps from the previous Call of Duty games. So yeah, I would recommend this if you're looking for a zombie game, because I think this is actually one of the best out there for a first-person zombie game. So definitely recommend this one. Now, the game that I closed down was Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition. This is very similar to Baldur's Gate 3, so you get to create your own character or play as some of the characters that they've created in here. You got a bunch of spells, you can do a bunch of chaotic things, and it's a role-playing game, so there's a great story to it. You get to choose your own dialogue, you have stats that you level up. It is turn-based combat, but again, very well done. And if you enjoyed Baldur's Gate 3, this is a nice game to play if you haven't played it before. I've recommended this to so many people, and they've really enjoyed it. It's from the critically acclaimed studio behind Baldur's Gate 3, Larian Studios. Yeah, this game's just amazing. One of the best for RPGs I've ever played. It is seriously that good. So definitely check this out if you're looking for another RPG, if you have already played Baldur's Gate 3. And this game's actually on a really good sale. It's only 16 Canadian, so probably about $10 American. Highly recommend this game. Next, we got ourselves, this is a funny one, Sackboy's Big Adventure. If you've played Little Big Planet on the PlayStation, you'll know this game. This is the last of a dying kind. Unfortunately, we haven't seen any other games in this genre, but it's a 3D platformer with a bunch of different levels. There's a lot of customization in this game, and it's just a easy-go-lucky, fun couch co-op platforming game. If you want to play something that's, not too intense, this is a great one, perfectly crafted for PC. I really enjoy this game personally. Next, we got ourselves the Star Wars Skywalker Saga Lego game. I actually got this the day it came out. I don't know why, but I got into a big Star Wars phase whenever it came out, and this is the best Lego Star Wars that we've ever had. So if you played some of the ones previously, you got to give this one a try if you enjoyed those, because it takes everything all the way through episodes 1 through 9. And it's the definitive version of playing through the Lego game. So yeah, I had a blast with this game, and I think you would too. It actually looks really good for a Lego game as well. 23 different planets to explore and 300 different characters, 100 vehicles. There's a lot going on in this game, and it's a blast to play. Next, we got ourselves Stardew Valley. Now, this is a fun one, and I played this previously on Switch and PlayStation, but overwhelmingly positive for good reason. So basically, it's just a farming game. If you played things like Animal Crossing or Harvest Moon in the past and you enjoyed it, definitely get Stardew Valley. This is a fantastic game, $16. It's not even on sale, but I just had to put this in here. We do have some extra games too. I just want to talk about this because when it comes to couch co-op, this is a game that not a lot of people know is actually a couch co-op. You can play 2-player of Stardew Valley, and it's just fantastic. So yeah, had to put that one in there. But we also got ourselves a new game here. This came out in September of 2024. UFO 50 is a collection of 50 single and multiplayer games. There's a lot going on in UFO 50. You can see here, it's like classic games, and it does have multiplayer and couch co-op in it. So this is one of the best value games. It's $27 here on sale Canadian, so about 20 American, and it's just fun. Great graphics, despite it being like an 8-bit style. Really cool. It's got roguelikes, RPGs, puzzle games, shoot 'em ups, you name it. There's something for everyone in this game. Everyone that I've talked to that played it has their own personal favorite. It's just that good. And next we got ourselves Vampire Survivors. Now this is a game that's overwhelmingly positive, and it's only $4, probably about 3 American. It's endless waves of enemies, and you pick up different power-ups. You've probably played games like this before, but this is like it's the alpha omega of all of those games. So you get different power-ups, you level up, you collect the little gems for experience, and you just continue to power your character up. It's a pretty fun game. I really like it, and it's an addicting game. It feels like a mobile game in a good way. You don't have to pay for anything that you would normally pay for in like a mobile game. There's just so much content in here, and it's a fun one. It actually won Game of the Year from some outlets in 2022 over Elden Ring. Go figure. But yeah, I think it's worth it because it's a good game. Next, we got ourselves Chained Together. This game went viral last year. It came out in 2024. Basically, you can play this single player or up to 4 players, and you're chained together, and you got to climb up this tower. And it's very frustrating because you can if one player messes up, it could throw off the entire team. You're chained together, so you got to work together, and that's, I guess, really the best way to put it. So from the decks of hell, climb chain your friends in the diverse world. So we're a co-op. It's a pretty fun one, 10% off, so it's about $5. It's pretty cheap either way. Now for a big sale, we got ourselves the Castle Crashers game. This came out 13 years ago. It's kind of old, but it's a good game. And it's only $1. So if you haven't played Castle Crashers, this is probably the best deal that we've got in the store. It's addicting. It's just simple fun. It's a beat 'em up style game and a 2D action adventure. Yeah, if you've never played Castle Crashers before and you're just looking for a fun game, it's only $1, so hard to go wrong with that. It's pretty basic in its gameplay, but I think it does it a good job, and it's multiplayer, so you can play with your friends. Next, we got ourselves Goat Simulator 3. This is on sale for 60% off for $15. What's funny about Goat Simulator 3 is it's actually Goat Simulator 2, just with a funny name. And it's overwhelmingly positive for good reason. And yeah, it's just about causing chaos as a goat. The map itself is pretty funny. If you got Game Pass, this is currently on Game Pass, so you can play it there. But this is just a fully chaotic game. It's really so much couch co-op, but it's listed in this sale, and I've had a lot of fun with it. So yeah, I think you would as well. It says it's a simulation game, which is kind of funny because it kind of is, but I don't know if you consider this. It does have, I guess, it does have local multiplayer, but this isn't a game that I think of with local multiplayer, but it's pretty fun for being a chaotic game. I've played it on stream a few times. I personally think it's a cool game. Next, we got ourselves Golf with Friends. Now, Golf with Friends is fun if you like golf. Why have friends if not play golf with your friends? Nothing is out of bounds. You take on courses filled with fast-paced, exciting, simultaneous mini golf from 12 players. So this is actually a really fun game if you got a large party. It's just a goofy golf game. Yeah, it's got some cool levels. This is probably one of the best. I feel like this should be like an overwhelmingly positive game, just because what it does best, playing golf with your friends. And the title alone, it describes exactly what this game is. It's 68% off for $5. Hard to go wrong with that, if I'm being honest. Next, we got ourselves Portal 2. I don't know if there's any people that have not played Portal 2, but for $1, less than $1 American, go buy Portal 2. If you don't know what Portal 2 is, you create portals with a gun and you jump through it. The multiplayer version of this, each player has a color. So you got the blue or the orange portal, and you got to work together to overcome the puzzles. This game doesn't take a whole lot of time to beat, but it's action-packed all the way through, and actually it came out in 2011. This game is there's just so much good stuff to say about Portal, and it's a multiplayer game. So yeah, I really like Portal. I don't personally love puzzle games, but I think that this is probably the best puzzle game out there. So yeah, Portal 2, pretty good. In the same realm from Valve, we got Left 4 Dead 2, which does have couch co-op. This is one of the iconic zombie games. If you didn't want to get Call of Duty Black Ops 3 zombies, this is the zombie game to play. I played this countless hours. It came out in 2009. I was a young lad whenever this came out, and I was playing it from an early age, and all the way up till now, I still play it. It's that good. There's a lot of mods. There's Left 4 Dead 2 has pretty much every level from Left 4 Dead 1 in it now too, or it does have every single level. It's just a fun zombie game. It's got some challenge too if you wanted to go higher in the difficulty too. Action horror at first person shooter, and it has the Left 4 Dead 1 maps in it too with all the characters and all that. So yeah, if you haven't played this game, go get it. It's only $1. It's like Portal 2. And now we got ourselves Cassette Beast. This is an interesting game. It's kind of similar to Pokemon. It's like an open world RPG. You collect creatures, you combine them together to power them up, and yeah, it's got this nice graphic style, like the class. It looks like Pokemon, but it's not, and it does have some similarities but also some own differences, and it's you fuse your creatures together. I'm a big fan of that kind of stuff. You can see there the abilities you got, different attacks. It's very similar to Pokemon, but it does have its own like kind of niche. So yeah, this one's fun with $15. It's a pretty good deal. And next we got ourselves a really true party game with the Jackbox Party Pack, and this is the threequel to the party game Phenomena. This came in 2016. It's $22. This is a fun, it's got a lot of different mini games, so it's meant to be played with friends. This is like the true couch co-op game. So yeah, if you're looking for a fun game, all of the games from Jackbox Games are on sale, so you can get some of their other games here, and they're pretty fun. You got even the Jackbox Party Pack 8 is on sale. All of them are on sale, but it's hard to say which one of these is best. I guess we even got the Party Pack 10, which came out 2 years ago. So yeah, they're all on sale. Maybe go with the newest one if you want something. It's got mixed reviews, whereas some of the others like Jackbox Party Pack 3 overwhelmingly positive. So that's the reason I went with that one there. But yeah, they're just goofy, fun games that you can play with your friends. And yeah, there's a lot of them there. Next, we got ourselves Cuphead. Now, if you haven't played Cuphead, this is another game that I think you should play. It's not directly on sale, but it is part of the couch co-op deal, I guess. Overwhelmingly positive. It's a very challenging game, and I would say if you're looking for a fun platformer, this is the game to play. Yeah, it's seriously that good. If you like difficult games, this is a good one. We also got ourselves, if you're a fan, like if you're playing Marvel Rivals right now and you want something else Marvel to play, Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 is really good. I've played this a lot on PC or on PS5 for $5. It's a really good sale. It has a ton of different heroes, and the gameplay is interesting too. Like each of the characters has their own abilities. Much like the Star Wars game, if you played Lego games before, you'll probably be blown away by this one because it's just a lot of fun and great for Marvel fans because it has a lot of characters and some that you wouldn't even think that would be in it. And the main boss is Kang the Conqueror. So yeah, a lot of heroes in this, and it's a good game for Marvel fans. We also got ourselves Darksider Genesis. This is an underrated game for sure. So Darksider Genesis gives the first person, gives our first look at the Darksiders event. Who cares about the lore? This game is a great game to play with friends because there's two characters that you can play as. It's an RPG, third person. You got different skill trees and things to level up. These are the two characters here, and they flow together really nicely. If you're looking for a nice game to play with a friend and you want a good RPG, Darksiders Genesis is a very solid game, and I think this went under the radar for a lot of people. The Darksiders games are fun. I just don't see a lot of people talking about them often, but I've personally really enjoyed them, and this game in particular is a blast. And finally, I spoke about Divinity Original Sin 2 and Baldur's Gate 3, but Divinity 1 is also on sale, Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition for $8. I personally prefer Divinity Original Sin 2, but this is also a very good game. RPG, character focused, story focused. You can level up, you got skills, you can make your own builds. It's a blast to play. And again, if you've played all of Larian's games except this one, this is a good one to play, as you can get countless hours out of this. And GameSpot's PC Game of the Year 2014. Yeah, this is a really good game, so I definitely recommend checking out Divinity Original Sin. So there is the best games of the Steam Couch Co-op Fest sale. Let me know which ones you're curious about. If you have any questions about other games that I may not have covered, I can do my best to help answer them. Hit the subscribe button below if you found this video useful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video.